Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Alright, well, I gotta keep it real with you guys. I made a video a couple months ago on the setup on this car, and it completely flopped. I tried 7 or 8 different times, probably, that might be an exaggeration, on just redoing the video, because at random points in the video it would cut out. No clue why, but the audio would just cut out, and I was pretty defeated on it because for once in my life I tried very hard on a video. To be honest, the video was just complete shit. I wasn't very happy with it, and so I'm not really that mad that I deleted it. It was just way too over dramatic for what it was. I was just trying too hard, and I just said screw it, and I'm eventually gonna make another one on the entire setup on the car. But for now, this video is not related to that at all because we're doing something different. Today, we are doing something that I should have done a long time ago. Anyone know what this is? I'll give you 3 seconds to guess. It's a belly pan for the bottom of the car. Now, why are these important? Well, a lot of guys run diapers, a lot of guys run belly pans, some guys run both. I'm running a belly pan, not a diaper. The purpose of them, if you don't know, is basically if I were to send a rod through the side of my engine and all the oil were to dump out of it, or out of the oil pan, we'll say. This is large enough and it is sealed tight, it is welded on every corner, that it will catch every bit of oil that comes out. Well, if it windows the block, there might get some oil on the track, but it will catch most of it. 99% of the oil it will catch, which is just, it's a courtesy thing. Not only is it safe for you, because if oil gets under your tires when you're going down the track, it could wreck you, but it's also just courteous to the track and other drivers that when you're running a motor, in my case specifically, or like more so, that is not really built to handle what it's making. Like a stock bottom end 5.3 making 900 to 1,000 horsepower is on borrowed time. It's only a matter of time till it blows up. How it blows up, you don't know. It might torch a head. It might send a rod through the block. Honestly, probably sending a rod through the block or through the oil pan. And that's why this is a smart idea to do. But I've had this sitting here for a few months now. A buddy of mine, Matt Lind, makes them. He's on Facebook. If you need one for your car, get a hold of him. They're very affordable. He provides all the Zeus mounts, the blocks for attaching it. These attach to the transmission, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was the subframe. I don't specifically remember. These attach somewhere to the bottom of the car. We're gonna figure it out. These actually might attach to the subframe, now that I think about it. But they're very nicely built. He's a very good welder. See if you can see that. He's a good welder, you know. He's stacking dimes. But anyways, get a hold of him. I don't know what he all makes them for. Obviously, he makes them for 4th gen F bodies. I know my buddy Jesse runs one on his car. Fits good, doesn't scrape. I mean, they're very tight to the subframe, which on these cars are already pretty low, so it's convenient that they're high up. Yeah, Matt Lind, M-A-T, Matt. Thanks, Matt, for this stuff, because he kind of cut me a deal on this. Anyways, so today we're gonna get installing that finally, and if you don't have one, get one, because you need one. And if you don't have one, you oil on the track. $200 could have prevented that. Well, $200 something, but don't do it. Anyways, we are gonna get to installing this. I'm not sure I'm gonna get it done tonight because it's already almost 10 o'clock and I've been procrastinating this all day. So if these windows back here randomly throughout this video are daylight, I'm not a magician, but maybe I am, or maybe it's the next day, or maybe I got lazy and it's a week from now. Who knows? But anyways, let's get to it. Okay, front of the car is up in the air. I think that's all we're gonna do for now. I don't think the back needs to go up. Holy crap, I'm out of breath. I've even been going to the gym. I think it's just that hot in here. I left the frickin' Nipco on. It's like 90 in here right now. But yeah, so front end's up in the air. Pretty much as high as the jacks can go. It doesn't seem level. I don't know, whatever. So we're gonna see what we can get fitted here. If I can find my stuff. Now, I don't know for sure. I almost thought he said these go on the frickin' steering rack, but I don't have a manual steering rack. I mean, I could put them on the but that would hit the oil pan. Because I'm pretty sure this whole deal is pretty much dang near supposed to sit flush to the oil pan. Where is that dang thing? Yeah, I think it's supposed to sit something like that. God, that's low as shit in the back. Oh. Alright, let's come farther forward.
Yeah, it's probably supposed to be something like that. Something wrong? A week ago? Yeah. Gotta be. Some of these. Yeah, see, they don't touch. These are the times where I wish. You know, I'm pretty sure these aren't supposed to be made with the stock power steering rack still. But who knows? Hey, looks clean. Should have power to it. See, even if I do, yeah, this is still a long ways away from working. This is the time I sit here and stare at it for an hour to figure out how I can do it. I feel like if I mark where this is hitting, which I think is like right here, it looks like there's a dark spot there from the nasty bits on my crossmember. I think if I would notch that out, to suck it up a little bit closer, it should work, but my other question is it hitting the oil pan? Or is it leaking? Oh, maybe a little bit. Oh, I tried this bottom. Oh, nothing. Too much horsepower. See, this jazz right here. That's what's called sweat and horsepower. It's not leaking, kind of residue. It's sweat and horsepower right there. Makes so much boost, blow and seals out of the dang thing. It's good for it, I promise. Dang. You gotta get an up close look at how it's stocked this thing. Really. Holy shit! You guys see that? That was my friggin' tires been rubbing up there. Is that the fin? No, it's the. Holy smokes! How does that happen? I'll be darned. I wonder if it's like that on the other side. I'm sure it is. That's my thing. Yes, yeah, it's like that. Huh. I'll be damned. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do some brainstorm on this. I'll update you guys when I figure something out.
Alright guys, we are back, and clearly it is a different day outside. But I did find this piece for the, it bolts to the trans pan and obviously goes into the back. I kind of forgot this was a thing. I had it setting up in my super cluttered tool cart up here. So of course I forgot it was there, but I put it there so I didn't lose it. But yeah, so that's kind of a key piece we were missing the other day. So, ooh, stuff's nasty looking. So this goes, looks like we're gonna have to build a little bit of a spacer for it or something, but that goes right there. Hopefully that doesn't start leaking. Guess we'll find out. Luckily the front end's high enough in the air, I don't think it will. So I got that figured out. I want to pull the trans pan back out a second and get this lined up and figure out where I need to drill the hole. That way I can make sure this thing is going to be centered. Wish I had more of a workbench to go off of. Inches, so 10 inches, so 6. Yeah. Why? Hold this tape measure right here a second. Just this one. What? What's so funny? What?
I smashed my finger.
How? What did you do?
I can't feel my finger.
What did we learn?
No.
That's what you learned is ow?
Yeah.
You know, I just realized I'm not going to be able to do this today because I do not have a rivet gun. I need a rivet gun. I'm going to be real with you guys, I've never even done Zeus rails, like these Zeus clips. So to be honest, I got no clue how they work. Alright, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I started working on this thing without updating anything. My GoPro died for my head mount and I just haven't charged it yet. So, I did get a rivet gun. Clay bought one from Harbor Freight for like 10 bucks. I didn't realize they were that cheap, to be honest. I'll probably end up picking one up myself. But I've got one of the Zeus clips in on the back. Currently, I'm working on getting the front ones in, but I have everything underneath mounted. So if you're doing this to your F-body, I'm using a stock rack, and to my knowledge, both the stock and the factory rack, or the steering rack and like aftermarket ones, you need to shave this side, because you can see how I had to trim that down up in here to fit. This one's fine, but yeah, this one had to trim. I got the back one mounted, that Zeus clip's all ready to go. And basically I pushed everything up here, and you also need to trim around the side here where it bulges down on the K-member. You need to trim a little bit off that. It's not much, it's like 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch, roughly. Also keep in mind when you're doing this on your car, the motor does sit off to the side. Me personally, I don't want it centered to the car, I want it centered to the motor. For obvious reasons, I feel like, because that's where all the oil is gonna come out if it does. So centered to the motor, in my opinion, is probably your better bet. These don't sit center. Neither of these sit center inside the thing. It's offset, as you can see. That one's really close to the pan, and this one's spaced off from it. So these are offset from each other, but that's fine, it'll still hold. But yeah, so right now I got the belly pan trimmed down, and I got the swoops trimmed in it, and then I'm going to set it back up here, and I'm gonna mark out my Zeus clips, and then drill them, and hopefully they're relatively right. These do have some adjustment in there on them, so they can slide one way or the other. They don't have a ton of back and forth adjustment, like back and forth in relevance to the car, but they're pretty simple, they're pretty straightforward to do. So yeah, we're gonna get that marked out and then start drilling, and hopefully they line up decently. All right, I ended up grabbing a different GoPro, so we're gonna see how long this one lasts. All right. All right. So we got these deals done. Oh shit, let me turn on the radio before I get copyrighted. We got these guys on, got those riveted in. And then we got our Zeus clips in. You can kind of see how I marked them there, and then I kind of just came back in and drilled them out. And they're not dead on, but hopefully they work. If not, we will find out. That would actually really suck if they didn't, now that I'm looking at it. Anyways, we're gonna get these on. Yeah, they'll be fine. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get these on. And you can kind of see how I had to trim that down a little bit on each side. And hopefully that's enough clearance now. I don't want to go too much, but if I need to go more, I will. But we're gonna try and get this thing thrown on and see if it works. All right, there you have it. Belly pan is on. You can see that they do come out far enough that if you push your front crank seal out or something, it'll catch the oil from that too, or a lot of it at least. But yeah, so we got her on. She sits nice and flush, nice and high up. It only sits about roughly an inch lower than not even an inch, maybe half an inch lower than the trans pan. But yeah, good fitment. I mean, everything went together nicely. You can kind of see in there. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, these things there is some like fidgeting with these. They don't just like bolt on, so you will kind of have to mess with things. I had to put some washers in for spacers on my trans pan to lower that bracket down a little bit. So, you know, if you wanted to mess with your trans pan, you probably could shove the back up another 1/4 of an inch, because I have about a 1/4 of an inch spacers in there, if that, maybe an 1/8. But yeah, it's overall pretty straightforward setup. I'd say minus all the time I'm messing around trying to find everything, it probably took me 2 hours to get that in, and that's me kind of fooling around. But mainly you just need some tools to unbolt your steering rack, because that's what those nuts to hold up the front. So you just need basic like hand tools, socket set, wrenches, a rivet gun, and a step bit. A step bit's your biggest thing for drilling those the center of the Zeus clips out. So other than that, I mean, it's pretty basic stuff. I feel like most of us have all this stuff already. Obviously I didn't have a rivet gun, but you can go pick them up at Harbor Freight for $10 and it works fine. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. If you need to get in touch with Matt, if you want to order one of these, you can comment down below, or you can message me and I can get you in touch with him. So he makes these for obviously F bodies. I know he makes them for like Fox bodies. He makes them for SN95 and SN97, I think. Is SN97 the Terminator body style? I don't know. New Edge Mustangs, and then the SN95, like the bubbly Mustangs. I'm not sure what else, but if you do have questions about if he makes them for a certain vehicle, you can comment that down below too, and I can ask him and let you know. So, but yeah, that's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching. I sound like Cletus. Yeah, I watch Cletus a lot, so we'll catch you on the next one.